What is up, YouTube? PPAP back at her yet another video, and today we're about to be working on the Mazda. Bam. For those of you that don't know, that are probably watching the YouTube channel for the first time, I own this Mazda for about 2 years now, but I am actually in the process of selling it.
You suck!
I know, I'm sorry, Mazda boys, I'm sorry. But what we're gonna be doing is, I'm taking the TEs off. As you can see, they got TEs on it. I paid good money for these. It ain't come with goddamn TEs. I got some parts in here. All 4 of my sway bar end links are shot as shit, so it makes noise when going over speed bumps and things like that. I got a coolant reservoir tank because mine has a very, very small hole in it. I went ahead and got these rebalanced at America's Tires and got new tires on them. Bam, so those are gonna go back on. And that's gonna be the main things that we're doing today. So let's get started doing all that shit. Also, when starting it, it's starting to have that little timing chain rattle. Sometimes a little rough start when it's a cold start because I think it needs a timing chain or the VVT gear or whatever is kind of messed up. So I went ahead and ordered that from Cork Sport, and they started shipping it today, but it costs hell of money to get it fixed. Yeah, I got quoted $2,000 by fucking Mazda. So we ain't going to Mazda, but there's this place in Campbell, locally here in South Bay. Said he'll do $1,500, $1,600, but yo, I gotta save for that shit, you know. The main things that we're replacing today is, of course, the tires and wheels. Then we're going to be replacing the end links as well, and possibly the coolant reservoir. I just don't have anything to siphon the coolant out, but we'll see. And don't be making fun of my headband, all right? It's hot. I'm in a little cut-off tank top. Smelling good. All right, enough messing around. Let me put this shit on, and then we'll call it a day. Now, the new owner is going to be getting everything that came with the car as if they were to buy it from factory. You know, trying to change my habits and start selling things with like good quality opposed to just selling things that are shit. You know, reason why I got rid of the S13 shell. I think it was shit. But gonna be getting the spare tire that came with the car. You gotta wash it off, all the spider web and shit. Also back here, I have a box full of random shit. Nope, not that one. Here we go. Ooh, look at that pincher bug, bro. Shit fat. Sorry, dude. Gotta go. These are all the stuff that came from the previous owner. Got floor mats. You know, this box is all fucked up and moldy, but the Hypertech programmer still works. I have an extra headlight for some reason. Got the stock airbox because the car comes with a cob. And then I got some other shit in here, like the stock air intake hoses, some random gaskets, and then we got some other stuff for like to change the oil, little oil filter thingy. So the new owner will be getting all of this stuff. Also, something that's cool is the previous owner that owned the car before me was a cop, so he took really good care of it. Here's all the information. Car comes with 2 keys. I accidentally broke the lock, but the 2 keys, the title in here and everything. Got all the paperwork for the smog. This is all of the records and stuff that was done from the previous owners until my ownership, where you can see handwriting looks ass. So everything that I'm doing today, I'm going to be writing down the date. Now you may be asking me, Anthony, why the hell are you selling the Mazda? Well, the main reason why I'm selling the Mazda is I haven't been working for these last couple months because I got laid off, not necessarily laid off at my job, but my job contract ended a couple months ago. So I've been living off of what I saved and whatnot. I actually got hired at a job, but I'm not starting until next month, which is super long from now. So yeah, I'm looking at ways to make money, but also I'm looking at ways to save for another car. Selling the Mazda because I need the money. But second of all, it is a car that I never really wanted. It just had all of the check marks that I wanted at the time, if that makes sense. So at the time, I was looking for a 4-door turbo car, and this just happened to pop up being 4-door turbo and hatchback. I was gonna try to save up for a Subaru, for one of the new Subarus a couple years back when I was at another job, but obviously didn't go as planned. And then I ended up buying this one cash instead of financing a car, which is always a great choice, you know, no needing to finance. But also, for everybody who does watch my YouTube videos, you guys know that I do have an S14. Yes, S chassis is my favorite car ever. If you go back to my old videos, you'll see that I had an S13 as my second car. My very first car before that was an E36, but I never posted videos on that. So, yep. But this thing needs a lot of work. If you guys want any updates on this, go ahead and watch the old videos. you know what? Go ahead, watch the old videos. I'll wait. But now go ahead and check out the old videos. See the build. It is stock. It has wrap. I got to take all the wrap off because the wrap is shit. Sun faded on the roof. Sun fading on the, the roof. Sun fading on the hood. Got to take the wrap off, and I want to start prepping it for paint. Getting the body kit all fixed up. As you can see, the fitment isn't the best. So that's another reason why I'm selling the Mazda, is because I want to keep fixing up this car. You know what I mean? Get it ready for paint because the wrap is shit. Fix up the body kit, fitment dialed in even more, and fix up the motor, keep the motor, the KA, or eventually swap it. Yeah, so this needs a lot of little things that, you know, add up for it to be more expensive than what it is. So I will be down to one car once the Mazda does sell, which is going to be the S14. I may or may not be daily driving that for a little bit, but that's a little update on my life, you know? But will I be sad when I sell it? Probably, but as of right now, it hasn't hit me. But this has been the newest car and the fastest car that I've owned. Yes, being a 2008, the newest car, because I've only owned old JDM Japanese cars. So pissed. I was driving to Oakland one day and then freaking scraped this whole shit right here. Hella long, bro. I was so sad. As soon as I heard the my heart dropped. But they still look good. Slightly thinking about selling these just because I want the bronze TE so bad, the OG bronze TE 37s. But these look really nice on like the Evos, the Evo 9s and 10s as well. But we'll see if I sell these or not. Damn, it's fucking hot out here, man. Sheesh. I didn't realize how fat the calipers are. God damn. These are nice, bro. Look like aftermarket calipers, but these are stocks. Damn. I'm about to go ahead, replace the end links. Here goes one end link right here. Boom. Looks like it's just a bolt that holds it in here, and then a bolt that holds it in at the bottom. Just 14mm bolt. Go ahead, take this side, this off, and then go ahead and take the bottom one off, and then that should be good. Hella easy to replace. Yes, I just got these from AutoZone. Nothing special, nothing crazy. But let's go ahead and compare. All right, so taking it out, they do give you new bolts, which is pretty nice of them too. Comes with these little plastic things installed as well. But before I take that off, as you can see, they're both the same length. Duralast. Whenever I buy parts from AutoZone, it never really fails me. I don't know if you guys are the same, but it's a lot different than buying parts off eBay. These aren't eBay parts, these are genuine auto parts in the store, so you know it's going to be at least decent, you know what I mean, for the amount of money you're paying for. But as you can see, I can move this up and down with my thumb. These are the stocks, and the bushings on this one are bigger as well, but you can see when I try to move it with my thumb, it doesn't move. So this is what was making noise. This was moving up and down, which caused the sway bar to move up and down like so. So this is what was causing the noise on all four sides. So I'm gonna go ahead, just replace this one. Super easy to replace. And it's as simple as that, y'all. So the front's done. I just gotta jack it up a little more to get the tire on because the tire is pretty meaty. Other than that, I gotta do the right side, but I'm not gonna show you guys because it's the same exact process. There's two 14 or 16s if you use the supplied bolts. If you get the Duralast ones, but other than that, I'll update y'all when we get to the back. Got the stocky boys back on both sides. I gotta clean them. The rears, I already told the person who checked it out that the TEs, they're too wide. If you watch the TE videos that I uploaded a couple weeks back or whatever, the frame was rubbing on the tires. As you can see, there's various lines and cuts, but it also rubbed on the frame, which isn't too bad. It just needs to be, you know, cleaned off and whatnot. Like, I'm already taking the tire stuff off with my finger, but they just need to be rolled or hammered back up on both sides because the 9.5s were too wide for the rear. They actually fit the front. There's a natural like fender roll on the front. But coming to the back, here goes one of the end links, and it goes the second end link. So super easy to get to. I also got bricks on the front wheels because I am on a slant on the driveway, so I don't want to, you know, make the car go backwards. These were the bricks that were holding up the S13 shell. Even when I put the engine and transmission in it, all the work I did on it, they held up, so I trust these bricks. Also, here we'll be getting these. These are the hub-centric rings that I bought separate to go with the T37s on all 4 in case he gets aftermarket wheels and these happen to fit, but I won't need them. Got the tire off, but like I said, spare is gonna go with the car. Just gotta wash off, gotta rinse off the wheel from spider webs and whatnot and let it dry outside. Here goes a pro tip. If you have room but don't have a breaker bar, what you do is you go here, grab this half of the jack handle. Now, when you go to loosen the bolt, now you have a breaker bar to go ahead and break the bolt off with. Look how easy that was. So pro tip, you don't have a breaker bar, go ahead and use the handle from your jack. Same thing with the 14 on the top. Look at this. I probably can't even do it with one hand. Nope. Nope. But you see, you got your handy dandy motherfucking breaker bar, homie. Look at that. One hand, bro. Oh my gosh. This job is super easy to do for the end links. It's just taking the time to do it. Alright, I got them out. I did have to loosen the sway bar so I could go up and down from the bolts here on both sides, but they're both out. Super blown. Look at that. These are the OEM ones. I wonder if they ever replace them because both sides are the OEM Mazda ones, and I don't think on the paperwork that I have they ever replaced the bushings. So hopefully this is the problem that was making a noise. But I love this exhaust. This is a custom exhaust that the previous owner got made. Weldings are nice, dude. It has a dual tip. One's longer than the other. Fatty old exhaust. Big ass muffler, so it's pretty freaking quiet, and it still has the cat and everything, but I'm gonna miss this exhaust because it's super nice. All right, these were being weird. The supplied bolts that they gave to me were being freaking weird, so this side I used the supplied bolts, that side I used one of the supplied bolts and one of the original bolts, but I had to take the sway bar off as well, or loosen it so I could, you know, bounce up and down to get the end links in. So it's finally freaking done. It took longer because I didn't loosen up the sway bar at first, but if you do this, loosen up the sway bar and it'll be easy. We're gonna go ahead and do some YouTube magic and get this load on the ground with the stock wheels on. Yep. Bam. Hopefully that looks cool. So we got all the stocky boys back on, which means no more TPS light or whatever the fucking light is called. So all 4 sides. This was loose. I went ahead and tightened down the Valiant Armor mud flaps, but yeah, it's looking like it came off the goddamn lot. All I need is a wash. Something else that I have to do, obviously, if you see the tags, 2023, that is due next week. So I have to get the car smogged and registered. But the only thing is I have the Hypertech programmer on it, so I have to untune it, because if you guys don't know, there's a law that passed in California that says you will not pass smog if your ECU is tuned. So I don't know how the hell that's gonna go, but let me show you guys the condition of the car. Look at this interior. Let me go wide cam. Immaculate, you know what I'm saying? Even the back, let me open up the back. Oh shit. Even the back, immaculate. I gotta take that back out. Like, could use a quick vacuum and a little quick cleaning, but privacy cover, like buying a used car off the car lot. My boy Riku, shout out my homie Riku, baby. Hey, you already know, best character in Naruto. Don't at me. Pop the hood. Here we go, little stocky boy. Nothing is done to the motor. The only thing that's done is has a cob tuning intake, and it has a JBR short shift plate, and that's it. That shit feels pretty good actually. It makes it super stiff. But yeah, completely stock. Really good motor. Has that injector tick. That's the only thing that's wrong with it. And then other than that, it's the timing chain, which I ordered. I'm gonna be replacing this. I just need something to siphon out the fluid. We're gonna miss having a hatch. Got some oil in here. Not full, but you know, just in case like something happened, you need to top it off. Stock jack. Got a little rag. That's from the previous owner. I got some stuff on here I gotta take out. When it was Christmas, I had the little reindeer shit. Forgot to put that in there, so I'm gonna throw that in right now. Bam, just like that. Looks like OEM. Even though it's a little dirty right here. Ooh, but this thing is pretty freaking clean, man, not gonna lie. Has little dents here and there. You know what I mean? Like on the roof, right there. Front headlight and fenders off, but sheesh. shift knob coming off. Love the shift knob. Wasn't that expensive. And of course, going back to the stocky boy. This thing is nice, dude. Nice and weighted. Shows you the stickers. I even got a sticker right here that came with the Tomei shift knob. So it's pretty cool to see it matching. Random stuff got to take out. Random stuff. More random shit. But like I mentioned, there's a slight timing chain rattle. Let me go to wide cam. I'm on the startup, and this is a cold start, so you may be able to hear it, maybe not. Very slight rattle. I don't know if you're able to hear that, but the car starts right up every time. I still daily drive it. But yeah. You know, this is it. Nice. I am driving right now, but I have some great news. My car just passed smog. I got the smog paperwork in this little binder right here. It's always a good day when you pass smog in California. That's how you know your car is good. You got a good ass car. For those of you that have been watching my videos, you would know that Mazdaspeed 3, 2008 Mazdaspeed 3 is the newest car that I've ever owned. I never owned a car newer than 96 before this. Actually, my EK hatch before this car was actually a 96, and the car before that was a 300GX, that was a 92. And of course I have the S14, which is a 95, so this has been the newest car and the most reliable car that I've ever owned. I have only owned this car for 2 years, and I put about 30,000 miles on it. It hasn't hit me yet that I'm probably selling it today. The guy is driving up right now, literally just took it to get smogged. I went earlier because I reset the Hypertech programmer earlier, but the car wasn't reading the catalyst as it says on the scanner, so I went ahead and took it back after driving it for like an hour or two, and it read it. Car passed smog easily. This is best car I've ever owned. Second to this is probably the Civic. Civic is really reliable. The Civic EK hatch that I had was pretty freaking reliable, but I had no AC. When I had the T's on this as well, it was slightly rubbing on the frame in the back, so the fenders were kind of crinkled. I went ahead and hammered that out. Looks pretty much OEM, you know, with the little hammer and towel. Shout out to Jimmy Oaks, taught me right. But yes, this car is running perfectly fine. So I did take the tune off with the Hypertech programmer. I got it smogged with the intake on. It's on the factory tune right now. I'm gonna go ahead, go back home, throw the tune back on with the Hypertech, and then the guy should be here any moment. But as always, when selling vehicles and stuff, because I sold videos, or I sold cars here before on YouTube, I'm probably not gonna record the guy because, you know, I'm not some big famous YouTuber, and I doubt that someone would want a camera in their face. So I'll update you guys if it sells. You know, got the smog, everything's legit. Let me throw the tune on the Hypertech programmer, and then I'll update you guys if I sell it or not. There you go, successful. Program the car, quit, press yes. Disconnect program. It's as simple as that. There goes the full car. Last look. Rally armor mud flaps. Yep. Going to a new home today, hopefully. We'll see. There she goes.